Dear confreres, good evening. I thank Father Benny for having asked me to share a good night thought with you. And I am happy to do that from my office here in the Generalette, where I am a little free these days also, doing personal work after the laying down of my office as the new regional Father Biju also is nearby here. We all send you our wishes. I was wondering what to talk to you about. I said instead of sharing some pious thought or some exhortation, I will share a few reasons or points that make Marian devotion necessary and reasonable. It is not merely an irrational emotional stuff. It is a reasonable devotion, and it is necessary and theologically extremely important. I'll give you three theological reasons and three psychological, more practical reasons. And I will practically read what I have written, because for the sake of brevity, if I speak spontaneously, I tend to take more time, and I don't want this video to be long. The first point I would like to share with you is this: honoring Mary is not an offense to God or to Christ. The Protestants tend to put Mary in opposition to God and to Christ, and say that devotion to the former is practically an offense to the latter. This is a funny view they have of God. Honoring any of God's creatures is not an offense to God. We all honor things, people, souvenirs, etc., and place them next only to God. Mary is like that for Catholics. Second reason: God Himself has given us many helps and aids to get to know Him and to approach Him, because by His very nature He is spiritual and immaterial, and He is not knowable by Himself. Incarnation itself is the first and the greatest help for Him to know, for us to know Him. Among many helps and ways that God has given us to approach Him, there are also the holy persons and other instruments. Take, for example, the Bible itself, the church, the Eucharist, the sacraments, etc. All are helps that God has given to us to come close to Him. God can save us in so many ways, but He has chosen to save us also through the instruments. Even the Word of God, which the Protestants believe so much, is only an instrument that God has given us to come close to Him. It does not mean that they are divine in themselves. Of course, the Eucharist is different. Water, for example, we use in baptism, or oil in other sacraments. They are holy, but we don't call them divine, because they signify something divine. And therefore, in making use of things, images, and even persons, we only accept the God-given help. Third, and the most important reason is this: you deny Mary as the Mother of God, you deny the Incarnation itself. Those who deny the importance of human Mary as Mother of God will eventually deny the human Jesus, and hence go on to divide the divinity of Jesus, the man. Because they would say, okay, Mary is the mother of the human Jesus. But where is the divine Jesus without being one with the human Jesus? This all of us know. That's why the dogma of Theotokos is essential for the Catholic faith. Without this, the incarnation does not exist. And Jesus would turn out to be mere appearance of the divine, which is a heresy itself. Now, three simple psychological or practical reasons why devotion to Our Lady is something beautiful and important. First of all, I think Protestants often object to Marian devotion simply because they have a wish to show that they are, as a church, different from the others or even superior to the Catholics. This is a kind of psychological necessity that small splinter groups and other Protestant churches often have. Of course, we cannot tell them this, that they will get offended, but we should understand that it's a kind of survival mechanism. They have to fight with the Catholics in order to show that they are also somebody. Otherwise, their own identity by themselves is lost. Fifthly, devotions are a matter of choice. We understand that some Christians do not have a very special devotion to Mary. But why should anyone be against those who have one? The exaggerated opposition to Marian devotion does not have merely roots in theology. It is more psychological. It's an argument in order to show that we are different, as I told you. It looks as if they would become Catholics if we renounced Mary. They will not. What is so wrong in having a special devotion to the mother of our Redeemer? The basic question, therefore, is you are against it because you are simply against it. Your objections are not rational but more emotional and psychological. The basic question, therefore, that we can ask anyone who objects to that is, when they ask why devotion to Mary, we can ask why not? What do you find problematic with that? Okay. And the sixth and final reason that I would like to share with you is that honoring saints is a commandment of God Himself. God told the people of Israel to honor His servant Moses, David. Jesus said that to the apostle, those who honor them, honor Him. And all the more for the mother of Jesus, who played such an essential role in the incarnation. And therefore, devotion to the saints is something that is commanded by God Himself. Because we all need instruments, we all have ceremonies, we all have rituals. And without this, our devotion will turn out to be something else and will become dry. Finally, not another reason, but I would say we should be extremely happy with Marian devotion, because Marian devotion adds a dimension of beauty, pulchritude, as they call in Latin, a beauty to the Catholic faith. In art, in music, and the honoring of saints, in cathedrals, in altars, in statues, and whatnot. We see so much of beauty, even external beauty in art, music, etc., because of this wonderful devotion. If nothing is said about saints, Our Lady, about the incarnated Jesus, etc., etc., with all the images and all the other things removed, wanting to go straight to God, it looks as if it is an impoverished religion, a religion that is impoverished not by the command of God but by the prejudice of men. You may have something against the Catholic Church, but you cannot reasonably remove from the Catholic Church any of its basic tenets. The Eucharist, of course, the Bible, the tradition, the devotion to Our Lady, the sacraments. These are so wonderful, so beautiful when you look at them from the point of view of beauty, not merely from the point of view of necessity. It's like a lover who is giving a red rose to his beloved. The beloved does not say, "What is the use of this rose?" It is more than useful. It is a symbol of the very beauty of one's love for the other. And therefore, devotion to Our Lady also is such. Let us thank the Lord Himself for having given us the devotion to Our Lady. We just recently celebrated International Women's Day, International Mother's Day, International Family Day, etc. And to have a mother is so wonderful. I think God Himself probably wanted to have an experience of living with a mother, to be loved by a mother. And therefore He chose Mary and chose to become her son. While it is not a question of necessity, it is a question of beauty, and it's a question of God's, let us say, extravagant help for us to understand our religion, to find our way back to God. God bless you. Good night.